Hey guys, welcome back to Perserva Games. Today we are doing episode 2 of our hardcore playthrough. We're looking to go outside the town. Let's get right back into it. So this vendor started out with palladium spikes and a pistol. Alright then. So I was talking to this individual right here, and he actually gave me flint and steel and the execution skill. But be aware that your co-op partner cannot get this skill also, so whoever grabs it first pretty much gets it. And it won't be execution always, it's really random skill based on the weapon that you have equipped, so just be sure to have the one that you want for the rest of the playthrough. Right up here we do have a run-in with our first enemy. It is a pack of hyenas, and we're going to go ahead and try and pick these guys off and try and get the predator bones. So right here, what I'm doing is I'm waiting for the attack to go through so I can block it out. And I got a little impatient trying to go for that attack, but there we go, got that block. And boom, enemy is half stamina at this point. So just go ahead and it's a matter of finishing them off. There we go. And I'm going to grab his predator bones, and I'm just going to walk over to my co-op partner to my left, and we're going to try and get that second hyena down. So walk right up and hit him right in the back, and the problem is solved right there. Yep. So second predator bone secured, and we are going to move forward. Eventually I'm going to craft a fang weapon for my co-op partner, so he's going to try and get one of these weapons also for the bleed. It is very essential. And we do see what we like to call a chocobo right up there in the distance, so immediately we engage this chicken. Now make sure to never underestimate an enemy in this game. I know this is just like probably one of the easiest enemies to kill, but man, do they do some damage. Especially if you get hit a few times with it. I did see some raw meat right there. I decided not to take it though. Even though, like I said before, the meat is kind of scarce, it is kind of heavy at some point, so I didn't really need it. I do have quite a bit of food in my inventory. I wasn't really feeling in the mood to pick it up at that point. We are going to make our way over to Blister Burrow, which is right directly in front of us, and we're moving on to it right now. We have now entered the burrow. Now there is a couple good items you can grab in here, especially that adventurer's corpse right there. It might have some pretty decent stuff. Just be sure to grab most of the stuff once you get in here. Once you're done with these troglodytes, remember that there is a giant heart garnet directly behind you. It does sell for 30 silver back in the town. It is right next to this massive ugly dude stewing in the pod right here. Go ahead and pick it up, and there is a specific individual you can take it back to at the town for the 30 silver. I will show you exactly where once we get back. Near that statue right there, there is a nice shield you can pick up, and once we come up here, my partner and I actually do engage 2 more troglodytes. So we're going to go ahead and finish these guys off real quick. I'm trying to lure both of them into this narrow corridor so my partner can flank right there, and I do end up getting hit a few times, but pretty much he got the other one, so I just flanked this one out, immediately turned around and got the other dude too, so. We went ahead and made our way down here to the mana crystal area where the mage is, and we're just going to go ahead and engage these troglodytes down here. We did decide to zone out this mage at the beginning, being that he does quite a bit of damage, so you'll see us just absolutely destroy him in just a second. There we go, and I go ahead and use the execution skill, and boom, he's done for. We're gonna take out the second guy. Got a nice block right there, and boom, boom, and this person is done. So, afterwards, just be sure when you go to mine this mana crystal, you have a chance of picking up a Hackmanite. These things sell for about 50 silver, so it's always good to go mine those whenever you can. I did get a gravel beetle, which we can use to make potions later on. And over here in this chest, I opened it up, and there's a nice mask for me. I guess I can use that. It's much better than what I have right now, so why not? Got into the gravel beetle right here. Right up here, I did run into another troglodyte. It's always funny to me how they do this charge up animation right there, and you just completely destroy them. It's like, yeah man, solid tactic, solid tactic. He did have some linen cloth on him, so I went ahead and picked that up because it is kind of nice to build some bandages with it, and I'm going to move on. Right up here, I did find another mana stone. Just gonna go ahead and try to mine it for some Hackmanite and see what we get from here. Unfortunately, I just got a mana stone. It's still worth it. They sell for about 6 gold, and I did pick up a blood mushroom, so those are really nice for building potions later on too. So it's really nice to pick those up. As I walk over here, I did see this junk pile on the way up, but it seems my co-op partner, Uncle Schmeckles, has already gotten into it. So we're going to go over here and just try to pick up this other blood mushroom that I see in the distance, but I do get ambushed by a troglodyte, who then proceeds to come in with a stupid charge as always. That's fine, we're just going to destroy him. But right when I was doing the kill and blow, I ran out of stamina, so I had to regain my stamina, decided to block him for just a minute. He missed a few shots, I see an opening, and he is down. So just like that, problem solved. Got another linen cloth. Gonna pick up this blood mushroom and we're going to move on from here. Mushroom secured. Just like that, we are back in the mainland. I went ahead and checked my inventory to see what all I got there. So yeah, we got 2 blood mushrooms and 2 beetles, so that'll make some nice potions later on. And as we make our way up here, what other enemy can we run into than our friendly neighborhood chicken here to destroy us for the revenge of the last chicken? So, right up here, there's another chocobo, and we're just going to walk over, see if we can get that mask from it, which increases your movement speed by 20%. And we're going to go and take this guy out. This one, however, is a lot less aggressive than the other one, but unfortunately it has to die just for that mask's sake. I thought I was not going to take this meat for just 1 second, but I went ahead and picked it up anyways, just to have some extra food for later on, and we are making our way back to town. Just like that, we are back in town, and the first thing I was going to do is walk over here to this vendor that had the pistol before and pick it up from my buddy here. But once I got there, I was taking a look at it, and I was like, wait a second, where's the pistol? And I'm consulting with my co-op partner, Uncle Schmeckles, and I'm like, wait a second, that pistol was there earlier on. There's no way he changed inventory because there's Palladian scraps still there, Palladian spikes, I mean. So I'm sitting there talking and I'm like, man, where's the pistol? And he's like, I don't know. And he's like, hey, turn around. Look at this. And this wise guy just walks up holding the pistol in his hand. He didn't even tell me he purchased it earlier, so completely from nowhere he has it. I didn't even know he had it this whole time. If you go towards the front gate and to the right and directly up this staircase to your left, there is a vendor that whenever you bring her unique items, like the giant heart garnet for instance that we received earlier, she will give you usually the double price or even more for the items that you bring her instead of selling it directly to a vendor. And just like that, we got 30 silver directly for that giant heart garnet. And she does have a minor quest that you can do where you can bring her the mushroom shield, and she will give you 70 silver for that mushroom shield. And there has been times where we received more than one of those mushroom shields inside that burrow. So be sure to go pick up that shield as soon as possible. As you can imagine, if you get a few of those shields and you bring them back to her, it's absolute money rolling when it comes to selling those shields to her. It gives you a good head start and a lot of money to go and purchase new items whenever you need to. If you go up here on the northwest of the docks, you can actually find 2 trainers right here. The one on the right will give you a decent skill, but we're going to focus on this one on this left right here. What he has is this skill on the bottom right called Fitness, and what this Fitness does is it increases your maximum health by 25 and the amount of health you restore while sleeping by 20%. So you can imagine having that is pretty useful, because it's 20% less time you need to spend sleeping in this game in order to regain all of your HP, especially when you're really injured. I would almost consider that perk necessary for hardcore playthrough, so be sure to pick it up as soon as possible. It's only 50 silver and it is so worth it. With that extra money I got earlier on from that dungeon dive, I went ahead and crafted myself some makeshift leather armor. I always laugh when I look at this armor because it just reminds me of something like a horror character would use in one of the horror series. Like something like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something of that sort. So it looks really strange, but it has a lot of good defensive statistics, and I would really recommend getting it early on because it is a pretty decent set to have early on. Even though it's really easy to make, you just gotta get some hides and you're good to go at that point pretty much, as long as you have some clothes to make it into. Alright guys, this has been episode 2. This is Perserva Games, and if you enjoyed the content, feel free to like and subscribe. See you in the next episode when we move into our journey.